hang on, fucking hell. Right, perfect. Oh. Fucking hell. Right, shit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right. Ha, good evening. Right, let's see. I'm gonna keep the phone so I'm on Facebook as well while we are through. Right, okay. Matthew is in. Right, fantastic. Thank fuck for that. Right, okay. And Matt McCain's in as well. Beaut. Beaut, 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 beaut. Right, okay. Oh, stressed at my fucking box. Right, good evening, everyone. For those of you that are tuning in, apologies for the slight delay. Had a wee bit of fucking Facebook. Facebook does my tits in, man. Right, going to log out of Facebook. That's what I'm going to do. Right, come on, you wee dick. Ah, General Kenobi. You are a bold one. Right. Sign. Log out. Okay. Come on, log yourself out, you bastard. Stop. Fuck's sake. Ah, technical difficulties. How I have missed you not. Right. Okay. We are in. Right, that's Facebook logged out on the PC, so I'll do Facebook on my phone if need be. Right, so we'll start as has been the custom with the beer of the evening. Also trying to get used to how far away I am from the actual laptop. It's over on a stand at the other end of the room. Proper high tech stuff tonight. I've got a Bellhaven Black Stout. Which look forward to it. Look at that. Nice Scottish stout. Which is rather fitting as tomorrow, well, not tomorrow exactly because it's the 25th, but we are coming up to Burns Night. So, for those of you that fancy a bit of haggis, we are doing ours tomorrow night. That's good. So, starting the windowsill here. So, yes, tomorrow night is haggis night. I'll be doing the cockaliki soup and the haggis neeps and tatties and all that nonsense. Um, so, aye, looking forward to that. Love a bit of haggis, too much as usual, but anyway. Let's see what folk are saying on the Facebook. Right, okay, mute Facebook, yeah, I've done that. Right, okay. So, give it a few minutes, just let anyone who wants to join in. Oh, story of the day. All I can think about after talking about that is this, I've got, I've got haggis that's about gun size, and it's just sitting in the bottom of the fridge, waiting for tomorrow night. Looking forward to it, looking forward to it, looking forward to it. Right, aye. In other news, I might actually try and, if I'm feeling adventurous later on in the show, I might actually try and connect my phone to this printer and print the thing off. But basically, for those of you who were part of the Fair Share charity gig that I did, Fair Share emailed me a lovely wee certificate today to tell us we raised 182 quid. So, spot on. They said something about that 700 meals, and I got to thinking about that 700 meals. That's mental. Like, you know, the way things are now. If you like, you know, if 182 quid, which is a nice bit of money to raise, but not a lot in the grand scale of things, right? If you think about that, that's a lot of plates of chips, you know. So they told me 700 meals apparently. So if £182 can do that, think what certain government folk, let's just call them. Try not to get too political, but it's difficult. It's fucking difficult. Yeah, think what, you know, their £3 each pay rises or whatever it was they were awarding themselves. Think how far that could go. You know, if 182 quid does like 700 meals, scale of that's just mental. Like, I'm actually struggling to comprehend it myself. But yeah, I'm really just happy to have done my bit, and I hope that people that joined in enjoyed it, had a laugh, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day, and that's why I'm back doing these live streams again. Now I know how the YouTube thing works, although whether I know how the YouTube thing works or not is debatable. Had a wee bit of technical difficulties. It's like one extreme, it's like the sublime of the ridiculous, right? I was through there, had my dinner and biscuits and cheese and nice red wine and a posh Rennie Mackintosh glass. You know, just before you go on. And then I come through here and it's like fucking the Chuckle Brothers, like nothing's working. But you gotta laugh, don't you? You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. Okay, for those of you that are actually in at the moment, how's the, if you could just give me a wee heads up, how's the guitar volume compared to what I'm talking? Right, okay. I will check the comments just in case anyone is saying anything. And then I think that's gone on 25 past 9 now. So I'll get right into it. So just bear with me 2 seconds till I just check the comment section. I'm not knocking it over, because it took me forever and a day to set this up. Ah, 25. Is that what it is? 25p a meal. That's mental. That is mental. Oh, Hazy Jane. I've not consciously tried Hazy Jane yet, so I'm totally up for that. If you want to drop me another wee comment there and let me know what it tastes like what's it like and whatnot, that'd be good. But everything seems to be okay, so we will go straight ahead. I love this. See, the miracle of the wireless mouse. It's great. Amazing. Oh, my brother's just sent me a wee picture of his. I bought him. He's got a thing about sloths, right, my brother, and I bought him this pint glass for Christmas with a sloth on it. So he's just sent me a picture of the sloth with a pint of beer in it. So that's good. I'm glad he's liking that. That's good. Mad womanitis. Oh, we'll crack on about mad womanitis later on. As well, I better tread carefully on that because I don't want to offend anybody, right? You know, this seems to be the thing. Offending folk these days is fucking mental. Right. Told me you'd be lonely, cry your tears in between. You're watching your life unfolding on the silver screen. I recognize a lonely smile from the darkness where I've been, and I can see the mast and how it hides a lover's dream. See your face before me, see the pain that's in your eyes, as your tears they start to fall behind the flicker of your smile. Just for a passing moment, you let me look inside your heart, and every picture tells a story of a brand new start. I really think I fell for you the moment you caught my eye. Started dreaming, telling you that I hop back in my life. Right now, feel you walking in lightning. You tell me it's the pain was at night, but it kills me. 'Cause I can't say a word, it's all for love. You turn out the lights. Don't have to say you love me, just promise you won't leave. And until the end of my time, I'll stay right by your side. Take your hand, I hold you, turn your nightmares into dreams. And until the end of my time, I'll lay down my life. I think I fell for you the moment you caught my eye. I started dreaming of telling you, put a heart back in my life. You feel you walking in lightning. You tell me it's the pain was at night, and it kills me because I can't say a word. It's all for love. You turn out the lights. You feel you walking in lightning. You tell me the pain was at night, and it kills me because I can't say a word. It's all for love. When you turn out the lights. I could pick up the telephone. Think I know just how that would go. Would you turn your back or say hello? a sunset smiling night in a Wednesday dream, maybe once or twice, painted in the colors of your eyes. I still sang I love you just as tenderly as back when the sunshine rained on me. Oh, I haven't forgotten that. Cried these tears before. I understand why the chain stays on your toe. Cigarettes between my lips, same ones that you never kissed. Each time I tried to catch your heart, I missed. Lost for words and I tried to talk, locked my conscience in a box. Now all the wishes to turn back the clock. Still saying that I love you just as tenderly as back when the sunshine rained on me. Oh, I haven't forgotten that. Cried these tears before. I understand why the chain stays on your door. Will you come home to Scottish rain and stories? Don't you know that without you it gets lonely? It's getting late, I just can't let you go. So I will wait, my heart belongs to you and I'll let it show. I still sing that I love you just as tenderly as back when the sunshine rained on me. Oh, I haven't forgotten that. Cried these tears before. I understand why the chain stays on your tongue. Whew. It's always good to get the first couple of numbers out of the way now. Get a bit warmed up and whatnot. He says as he's shaking like a leaf. You're very good health, everybody. Happy Friday. Right, okay, we'll crack on, shall we? The next song I'm going to do for you is a new one. And when I say new, I mean I finished writing it maybe about 2 hours ago, 2-3 hours ago. And it's a kind of it's a sort of weird one in terms of the lyrics because the one, like someone who's fast becoming one of my favourite songwriters is Glenn Tilbrook, played in a band called Squeeze, and his songwriting partner Chris Difford, he kind of makes, it's like a story that he makes into lyrics kind of thing. I know that sounds daft, like all songs are stories that you make into lyrics, but I just think the two of them have just such an amazing way of doing it. So basically, to sum it up, you're about to hear my crass attempt to copy them when I wrote this next song. So it's basically about sort of, you know, the struggles, like, you know, when you're young and you're starting out in life, and you know you meet someone and then you get a house and all the rest of it. It's about that and the struggles and some of the daft things you do just to keep going another day, keep it ticking over. And it was partly inspired because well, it's no secret, I think everybody's struggling financially or mentally or physically or in some way, or even just being a bit bored and going stir crazy. You know, the pandemic's kind of got everybody, for want of a better expression, over the table, trousers down. So I took all that clusterfuck of stuff and put it into a song. It's called Patchwork Heart, this one. Bartender calls closing time on my patchwork heart. Stories that have pages torn. She sellotapes with smiles. The cracks within our crystal glass faced away from our guests. Silver shining cutlery, we turn them stay inside down. Like the split going up her 60s skirts that she'll pretend was meant. I'm winding up the carriage clock, it's lasted long since gone. She's donning my last birthday socks to keep our hating on. I'll nail it, stick the skirting boards to hide the flaking walls. I'm using last week's Sunday times while the fireplace wrapped in the hall. Whitewashed walls for family photographs above the mantelpiece. Beneath the rock chocolate teapots, hiding from the lambs. We're not scarred when covered up, camouflage bandages. So zip him up without our smiles, showing off our sewed up self. Two characters in a sitcom script written for a black and white TV set. Like the split going up a 60s skirt, she pretend was meant. I'm winding up the carriage clock, it's lasting long since gone. She's donning my last birthday socks to keep the heating on. I'll nail the safe the walls to hide the flaking walls. I'm using last week's Sunday times for the fireplace wrapped in the hall. Of a catastrophe sing from the stereo. Evenings on a corner couch in the middle of the floor. Poetry reads differently from a Torah scrolls. Slime will write an epitaph of my patchwork heart. Like the split going up the 60s skirt that she'll pretend was meant. Winding up our carriage clock, it's lasted long since gone. And she's donning my last birthday socks just to keep our heating on. I'll nail and stick the skirting boards to hide the flaking walls. I'm fireplace wrapped in the hall. That's a fun one to play, actually. Actually, the music for that, funny story, the music for that came to me the other night. It's just that percussive chord thing. It was inspired by, you know, the Simpsons episode where Homer forms a grunge band called Sadgasm. Well, Sadgasm's Marjorie from that episode kind of gave me the idea for the style that I wanted. I wanted that dead percussive choppy, that. And yeah, that happened. Right, take a wee breather there. I will check let's have a wee look at the comments. Try and actually doing stuff without doing anything. Yes, try it I must, apparently. Yes, I will. I will definitely try it. Okay, so trying to think, what have we got to talk about? Stuff we've got to talk about that isn't the pandemic. So, without getting too political, right? What did we all think about the fact that Trump is now It's great, isn't it? Fucking marvellous. Yeah. So, looking forward to seeing what the next shit show has in store for us. But, you know, we can't concern ourselves with too much that's right. Okay. Matthew, can you still hear everything? Because Matt McCain's saying stream's buggered. So, Matthew from Dunblane, are you there? Oh, Maria's here. Excellent. I love this. It's just Matthew. It's my pal Matthew. He said, people are dicks. The Tories are cunts. The Bernie meme is going insane. Never have I heard anything more accurately summed up than that. It must just be his technology then. If you can hear me fine, that's good. That's good. I like it. Hello, Maria. Big congratulations to my friend Maria who passed her microbiology exam. Get in. Right. Everybody seems to be able to. Everything's in anyway seems to be able to hear okay, which is good. Which is good. It's good. Right, so we'll crack on with our tune then, shall we? I thought we'd I'm going to play an older tune now. I wrote this back in maybe 2015, I think. When did we record Bats in the Belfry? Yeah, 2015. And then sort of when I was doing the In Search of Sanity thing, Bats in the Belfry, and I was sitting on Roddy's couch with an acoustic guitar sitting there, and I was sort of playing about with it. So in between doing the album and all the takes for the guitars for the album, I was kind of arsing about with this little chord sequence. Because it was the first time I'd really used one of these things before Capo. So I was arsing about with different chords and whatnot, seeing what came out, and I got this progression that I liked, and then I put some lyrics to it, and then can't go into it all because I'll be here all fucking night, but basically shit happened and I kind of went on a rant and said, right, fuck it, I'm never playing that again. That can just get in the bin. But then the thing about lockdown, right? Funny thing about lockdown is there's kind of not much to do for a musician other than record. And I've been messing about with old songs and, you know, the memories attached to them, and we tripped down memory lane to try and sort of maybe take songs that didn't have as positive memories attached to them, and maybe sort of create new ones and maybe dig some stuff out. So I dug this out, and not only did I play it again, which I swore I would never do, I decided I was going to record it. So I have recorded it. It's on my SoundCloud, my second SoundCloud, Proper Octopus SoundCloud, because it's going to be on my next album, I believe. More on that later. But yeah, so this is an old one. It's called Candle in the Night, this one. There was a time when I was lost in the dark, needed a friend to light my way. Your kind of love was the healing kind. Now I hope that you'll stay until the end of time, my love, and through the darkest night, after the sun goes down, walking in candlelights with you by my side. Take your hand as we whisper good night. Dry your tears when you cry. Until the end of the time, my love, ran through the darkest nights. After the sun goes down, walking in candlelights. And, as is custom, something old, something borrowed. Well, all my songs are borrowed. What the fuck's they go again? Something borrowed, something blue. I play the blues all the time, I borrow stuff all the time, so that, I think that area of it's pretty much covered. But I'm going to crack on with a new one now. And this was one I wrote just before Christmas time. I don't know what's going on with this guitar tonight. I don't know if it's just the room I'm in or the fact these strings are badly needing changed and I haven't done it yet. Whew, okay. Okay, so without further ado, I wrote this just before Christmas time, with a special someone in mind, I suppose. Anyway, that's all need to be said. I mean, the lyrics speak for themselves. Kind of heart on your sleeve kind of stuff. It's called When You Can't See the Rose, this one. Shaking all over as you try to write it down. I'll hold you close to say I'll always be around. Words only inside of your heart, just let it out. Even if we have to talk in the dark, just to have it out. So don't you cry all on your own. We can get by. Somehow I know it ain't over till the last two goes. When the thought cuts you and you can't see the road. It's hard to read a calendar when the days roll into one. It's hard to be a passenger and all you wanna do is run. It's hard to see straight when your head wants to make a wrong turn. It's hard to read a love letter without seeing it burn. So don't you cry all on your own. We can get by somehow, I know. It ain't over till the last day goes. When the thought cuts you and you can't feel the road. You can see the sunshine when you're walking in the rain. Caught up in the past times and your cries in vain. 3 o'clock in the morning, hoping you'll drift away. Say your hand today. Help you know what to say. So don't you cry all on your own. We can get by somehow, I know. It ain't over till the last tear goes. When the thought cuts you and you can't feel the rose. Right. Now we play Where the Fuck Did My Pick Go? Ah. It's the best piece I can give you. If you're doing live performance, if you drop your pick, you just got to keep going. Okay. That was fun. Some of these newer ones, I do apologise, they are a little bit rusty. Just because I haven't performed them as much. Still, we're getting there. I like to think we're getting there. Okay. Now, onward with what we're going to do is what we're going to do now. Right. The part of the inspiration behind doing this, as I said in the Facebook status, was the Carlton Studios fundraiser thing. Right. So, basically, like most small businesses, the arts industry in particular are getting shafted financially by the pandemic. So basically, there's a fundraiser, a crowdfunder to try and help to save Carlton Studios, because Carlton Studios in Glasgow, it's down. If you don't know where Carlton Studios is, it's down. It's sort of down, and then across right down Buchanan Street, and then across the Clyde, and it's in one of the buildings over there. And it's I've used it a few times, and the guys have always been great. I can't speak highly enough of them. We went there a few times with In Search of Sanity. Norder Robring, our first band practice was in Carlton. It was after like a whole night of trying to get somewhere for this, because when we started Norder Robring, our drummer lived in Wigton, like down Stranraer and then down a bit. And vocalists coming through from Edinburgh, me coming through from here, and we were all dotted about the place. So when we actually got together and were free for practice, we had to kind of take the chance, and everywhere was booked solid because of the slot we wanted. It was like 6 till 9, the most popular slot in the studio you can get. And finally Carlton said, I will take you. We've got a room, we can take you. There's 6 of you, so it might be a bit of a squeeze, but we can take you. So we went to that, and it's a weird building, because you go in and it's like a really narrow staircase, and then you go down to the rooms in the studio, and there's a cafe in it and everything now as well. They've put a fair bit of effort into this place, and it gives off that vibe. It's not run down, because that's not the right term. It's well looked after and maintained, but it's got a rustic, basic, that band just starting out look, and I love that. That is by no means an insult to the guys. I love that vibe. You go into a place and you just think this has been gigged before. This is, the energy and the vibe I'm getting off this is fantastic. Which is, atmosphere's everything. Sorry, I'm trying to do multiple devices here. It's just not happening. I can multitask. I can fuck up 6 different things at the same time. Anyway, where was it? Carlton Studios. So yeah, Norder Robring wrote As the Raven Flies, which became one of our signature tunes. It was our opening tune. Every gig we played, it was the opening tune, and we wrote that, or begun the writing process for that, in Carlton Studios. So yeah, and it's really shit to hear that they're really having a tough time, and we're raising money, this crowdfunder thing, and then some fucking arseholes go and break into the place, and take 200 quid and wreck the cafe and damage a bunch of shit, and it's just, I was on the point of tears when I heard it, because like actual, that way when you get stuck somewhere between raging and upset. It was that, because I haven't been there in a wee while, because I haven't been able to obviously practice with other folk because of the pandemic. But anytime I did use them, they were great. And as I say, the building itself and the whole, it just has this whole atmosphere to it, and it's just such a great place. And my friend Jenny Tingle, she works there as a drum tech. I think she does other bits and pieces as well. And I was going through a real shit time when I met her for the first time. And she's been, as I said in the Facebook thing, she's been a massive supporter of every single thing. Every single thing I've done musically, she's backed me. And she's been a great friend. I've turned to her for advice on a few occasions, and she's been brilliant. And so I want to do this partly for her as well. So, guys, if you're watching and you can, on the Facebook status I made, Jenny's put the link to donate to the crowdfunding thing in the description. So if you feel like, I know some people feel like when they watch these things, even though this is free, 100% this is free, I'm not wanting you to buy a ticket or anything, absolutely not. That's not what this is about. But if I know some people feel the need to support musicians and the way things are just now, especially. So if you feel the need, you wish to support me in any kind of a financial way, a donation to Carlton Studios would be the best thing ever. So if you could, please, anything you can would be a massive help. If you are in a position to, and you feel like you would like to support me financially as a musician, a donation to Carlton Studios would make my fucking day. Right. And as I said, Jenny has done so much for them as well. She just gives tirelessly to the industry. She's one of the just lovely people that just gives tirelessly to the music industry, and it's dying because of this shit show we're going through, and we really need to support it. So, you know, I can't stress enough, if you can, support these guys and, you know, donate to the crowdfunder. You know, when we can get back again, go to the gigs, you know, support the industry, get it back on its feet, you know. Because I don't know where I'd be without it. Anyway, that leads me on quite nicely to this next one. I'm going to play a song that I wrote, and Jenny and I recorded this one together in Shabby Road, which is her own studio that she shares with a bunch of folk. So we wrote this one and we recorded it together. It's called 100 Times Before. Because I said I'd never do this again, doesn't mean that you and me, we have to end. Just see the handle with this sign on my head. This is now and that was then. I said I'd close the door, wash the bloodstains from the floor, and say what I said 100 times before. Don't want you to take a look inside, because I'm afraid of what you might find. I swear to you that I have nothing left to hide. Don't want to be the one to take you for a ride. Whoa, I said I'd close the door, wash the bloodstains from the floor, and say what I said 100 times before. So break the promise, bend the line, light my candle in the night, flickering flames, firelights. She make me feel alright tonight. Well, I said I'd close the door, wash the bloodstains from the floor, say what I said 100 times before. My heart says stay, my head says run. Just trying to write one more turn. Love letters written, but now they burn. I don't want to believe that you could be the one. Oh, I said I'd close the door, wash the bloodstains from the floor, and say what I've said 100 times before. I said I'd close the door, wash the bloodstains from the floor, and say what I said 100 times before. Hey. That's always a good fun one to play that. It's a dead easy chord sequence as well, so I don't have to think about too much what I'm doing here, and I can concentrate on remembering the lyrics, and remembering lyrics is not my it's not my forte. Neither singing, as you can probably tell, but we get by. So, moving swiftly on. Yeah, one of the most important things for a musician, you know, is the concept of firsts. And, you know, so you always remember your first guitar, you always remember the first chord you learnt, you always remember the first song you learnt, you always remember the first time you get a bit better, you get an electric guitar, You know, you remember the first time you go to a place like Carlton and plug into a big amplifier. You know, these are things that stay with you for a long, long time. Right. Let's see. Huh. Ah, Matthew McCain has returned. Good. Hola. And Matthew has copied and pasted the link for the crowdfunder. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, no worries, Maria. You deserve it. You worked hard. How are the plants? Alright. Everything seems to be going along just relatively nicely. Right, okay, back to it. Yeah, so you always remember the first time, and you know, Carlton has been host to, think how many firsts, you know, that place has been, you know, and you know, even if it's your first band and you get your first rehearsal in a studio and stuff. Okay, we are back. I believe it disconnected there. So if somebody could give me a wee shout in the comments section, just let me know that you can still hear me. Oh, he's here. He's here. Okay. We're all good. Right, so anyway, as I was saying, firsts. Talking of firsts, this is one when I first started Synesthesia, my first solo project, and I made the first album. I like to think I've come a long way since then, but this is one of the songs that appeared on that album. Originally, it was written for a band I was briefly in called Retroless. I think that's the name of it anyway. This shows you how long ago it was and how much I forget. Anyway, the less said about that the better. But I jammed it with John Gunn from Midnight Force and a couple of other folk. I think it was my friend Lisa or Liza. I can never remember which one it is. Anyway, yeah, we had a good time. I've not heard from her for a while actually. It'd be good to hear from her. She's a cracking singer, and of course John's John. You all know John. Anyway, this is one that I wrote back then and we did in that band briefly, and I never got the chance to record it until I did my first solo album. So this is on the first Synesthesia. I'm going to take you back to the beginning now. Lately I've been thinking by the way it should be. You paint a picture, paint it black like me. You search your conscience for the love you once knew. The words they lose their meaning behind the skies of a fool. From behind the laughter, good tears fall rain. Behind a see-through smile, your hidden cries of pain. A clouded vision of a love you used to see. Another passing moment where your heart used to be. Let me help you see it through. Let me make it alright. And give or take a tear or two. I will get through the night until the morning sun. Take your pain away. Leave the past, let it burn. You'll learn to love again someday. You cry alone too often, but so it seemed to me. Picking up the pieces of your shattered dream. Let me take a moment to look in your weary eyes. The love I give you now is a love that never lasts. out to you to wipe away the tears, and it's the least that I can do. As long as I draw breath, I'll never let you down. Maybe times will far away, but I'll always be around. So let me help you see it through. Let me make it alright. And you will take a tear or two, and we'll get through the night. Until the morning sun, let me take your pain away. And look past, let it go, and you'll learn to love again someday. Very valid reason to feel the way you're feeling, but to lay it at my door, find I'm not at home. You search for valid reasons to nail me to the cross. You know it's not my fault, doesn't matter if it's not. When 3 lights burn down to 2, and in my heart I can't see you. When it's all said and it's done, I just feel I can't go on. I'd say the words to make it right, but your smile's gone tonight. And every night I gotta wake to recall it's too late. And so we're at a final curtain call, but I won't cry. I'd rather die. Last chapter, the pages torn free, but oh no, how'd you go? Those pages in the storybook I left for you, they lie empty, no one read. Now all we got are unfinished dreams, dying memories, fading softly. My words seem to have no voice, my trust I seem to get no choice, my love feels that it just hurts, and you don't see what I'm trying to say. So it's best we let it fade away. Yes, I left your days of tears, smiles to all darkest fears, for it to end like this. Count the hours more this time, first one along the ride, but just another face to miss. See my battery, put your knife, fill my heart to 25 to life. That's how the story ends. So don't look so shocked, don't act surprised. There's no sequel in my eyes. My tears are dried again. We could leave the Christmas lights up till January. This is our house we made. this way about you, dear. Haven't known you 20 seconds ago, 20 years. Can I go where you go? Can we always be this close? Forever and ever. Oh, take me out and take me home. My, my, my. We could let our friends crash in the living room. This is our place, we make the call. I'm highly suspicious that everyone who sees you, they want you. I've loved you 3 summers now, and I want them all. Can I go where you go? Can we always be this close? Forever and ever. Take me out and take me home. You're mine, mine. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand? Whatever gets astral, scar on my hand. I'll take this magnetic force of man to be mine. Forever, my husband by road and yours is moon. Sounds well it ends, well it end up with you. Swear to be over, dramatic and true. To mine, lover, and you'll save all his jokes just for me. And at every table, I'll save you a seat. Can I go where you go? Can we always be this close? Forever and ever. Oh, take me out and take me home. Right, okay. The stream died. I am here again. What the fuck is happening? Okay. I'm kind of hoping that everybody is back. Anyway, we will just crack on because there's nothing else for it. I think as it's only, it's fitting that I wasn't going to do this one actually, but I thought, you know, as well as all the acoustic stuff I'll do. So I thought about doing the full electric thing, just like last time. But then I kind of I decided to do it at too short notice to prepare everything and volume check everything and all the rest of it. So I thought, let's not create. I'm terrible for creating problems that don't necessarily need to be there. So I thought, no, we'll keep it acoustic because I've got the two microphones now. Don't know if you can see. But I've got the two microphones now, one for the guitar and one for the voice. And I haven't listened to it back yet, obviously, but it seems to be doing alright. But even though I don't have the electric guitar, I thought it was only fitting with I attempt to do a bit of rock and roll for you. Ah, that's a good, fun song to play that. Nice bit of rock and roll. Okay, well, we're at that point in the evening now. I've got over half a beer still. At that point in the evening now that I've only got one song left. The last thing I want to do is prattle on and prattle on and prattle on like I usually do then. Which is what will end up happening. So let's think if I get any funny stories to tell you. The problem is, the lack of stuff to talk about is because there's not much been happening. Oh, this is one thing I could tell you. Just while we're on the, while we're on the subject of talking about things. I am recording like a man possessed at the moment, so there'll be a lot of stuff going to be released soon. I might, the covers and stuff that I did over Christmas as gifts for people, I might sort of clump them together and just shove it out there as an album of sorts, a release of sorts. There is also a project which I am really, really looking forward to on the horizon, which involves working with one of my best friends. I won't say too much about that yet, because it's in the development stage, but I'm very much looking forward to that. So yep, there's that, and at long last the writing is well underway, recording is well underway for the next Synesthesia release, which again I'm not going to say too much on, because you know it's still in the ideas are still going round and round and round and round and round. But all I will say is you've heard a couple of songs off it tonight that are going to be on it. They're going to be there. So yeah, looking forward to that being finished. And I'm looking forward to start, because I used to release music quite regularly, and then things got in the way, and my amp that I used to record the wee toaster thing fucked, and then Cubase fucked, and then and I had all this stuff. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, so kind of recording got shelved for a long while, until I started being able to get gear again, and I've made some investments in, so I can release music again, and it's great. I released a music video, which I just did myself, for a song called Silent Tears, which will be on the upcoming release. But the video for that is on YouTube. It's on my YouTube channel. It's on my Facebook page. So go have a watch. I'd love to hear what you think. My video editing skills are far from perfect, as you will soon find out. And while I'm prattling on, I'm just going to check the comments as well. Because it might be your lucky night. It might not be the last song. It might be the second last song, because I think I've got another one in the tank. Is it where? Let's see. I'm here again. Oh, the tree. The tree. The actual tree. Right. Funny story. We were out celebrating my friend Matt's birthday, and we basically got some Jaeger and some tunes and fucked off into the woods. And decided, Matt decided in his infinite wisdom, well, we both did anyway, we were going to sit up in this tree. So there's this tree, and then all of a sudden I heard boom, and it was just this. It was like a dull thud, because there were that many leaves scattered across the ground, and there was just this dull thud. Boom. From the tree. The tree's about maybe, I don't know, 6-8 feet off the ground, right? So you imagine it's one of these trees, the root goes up, the big trunk goes up in the sky, right? And then there's a bit that goes out like that, and that's maybe hanging about 6 to 8 feet off the ground, and just sitting on the very edge of that, and then all of a sudden, oh, that was a fun day. That was a fun day. Right. Oh. Remember the days, right? Mind the days when you used to be allowed to meet up with folk. Oh, that was priceless. Oh, let's see what's happening. Shit, I forgot to tell Maria the live stream was at 9 o'clock tonight. Oops. Sorry. But you're here, so that's all that matters. Thank fuck. Sorry. I was looking, before I came live, I was looking at this article, right, that somebody sent me. They've managed to launch a haggis into outer space. Scottish people have launched a haggis into outer space. Does that not make you feel insanely proud to be Scottish? Launched a haggis into your path. Fucking brilliant. Oh my days. Let's see if there's anything else I can talk about. Is anybody else pissed off with that Bernie Sanders meme yet? Because it's like fucking everywhere. Oh, what the fucking... Oh, diabolical, man. Aye, that was the other thing. Matt McCain sent me this thing on Facebook, right? This article thing, some statistics, right? This is fucking mental, right? So in 2019, right? Just gonna read that. I've got the message up here. I'm gonna read it out. I'm gonna read it out to you, right? So you can share in the how fucking mental this is, right? So in 2019, £395 billion worth of corporate tax was left uncollected. So folk dodging tax, basically, right? So it's a term that apparently uncollected is actually a term that groups both legal and illegal tax dodging. Ah, right, okay, so this is like £40 million in offshore account territory we're getting into here, right, okay. 395 billion quid. So that's 6,000, that's 6 grand, right? For every person, man, woman, child, whatever. Right? So every person in the UK, right? 6 grand. Bloody hell. And I'm reading on here. This is just getting more mental. Right? So, apparently, roughly 1 in 6 people in the UK are minors, right? So that's kids. And all of those 1 in 4 live in poverty. That is fucking unacceptable, right? This is where the fair share thing came from. This is a fucking unacceptable statistic, and I'm so angry at this. Right. So, Wayne's in poverty equals starving Wayne's, right? Don't need a fucking mathematician to work that one out, right? So, £20 a week, right? According to this, £20 a week ensures that child can get a well balanced diet, plenty of nutrition. So 52 weeks, do the math, that's just over a grand a year, right? Per kid, I'm assuming. So 66 million, that's the rough population of the UK. 2.25 million kids are living in poverty, right? So 2.25 million times, that's the number of people, times just over a grand a year, right? 2.34 billion quid, which is less than 1% of the money that companies like Amazon avoided paying. This is just mental. It's like 0.592% of missing corporate. Fucking hell. This is just... If less than 1% of that money can feed every kid in poverty for a year, that's the kind of shit we're dealing with. That's a lot of plates of chips, like I was saying. Fucking hell, that is depressing. This is the kind of shit that we're dealing with, and there's all these ridiculous sums of money, like £3.25 billion or whatever it is. All these ridiculous sums of money, right? Wait, you've got to ask why are questions not being asked? Where the fuck is all that going? Right, that's all I can say. Like I personally know so many people that are struggling big time, myself included, and I count myself as very fortunate, because I've got really generous friends, my parents and things like that. They help out massively with with that side of things. So I'm actually quite fortunate. But there are so many people that don't have that. And I think the bit that gets me is there could easily be something done about it. Or could easily begin to be something done about it. But there isn't. Because these fucking arseholes want to sit there and just eat fucking... Oh... Like... I don't think born with a silver spoon in your mouth even cuts it anymore, you know? I think that we're well beyond that. We're well beyond that. Oh. Anyway, on that cheery note, we're playing our tune. Towards the end of last year, I released an album called Symphony of Souls, which I recorded with my dear friend Grayson Livingston. You can look her stuff up on Tinterwebs if you want. She goes by Gray, I think it's Gray Music. She's got SoundCloud and website and all that jazz. So definitely look it up, because she's a very talented individual, and I had the privilege of doing some recording with her a few years ago, and then finishing off, as I said, a wee while back, finished off the album Symphony of Souls. So I'm going to play one of the tracks from it. This one's called Silent Prayer. Misty distance where horizon meets the sky, the wind is the fluttering heart of a soldier born to die. Lord, I've served my time, so take me to the stars. If this is not the dream I have chased so very far, darling, dreams turn nightmares, and freedom turn to fear. But wearily look up with our final breath. This is not the world I'm dying to protect. Can't you hear the mothers crying? Ah, can relax now. I've got to the fucking end of the performance side of it. Right, well, let's have a wee look at the comments, shall we? Get a wee chat just to wrap things up before I go. It's been a relatively short one tonight, I guess, compared to what it usually is. I don't know how long I've been on. Let's see. Aye, the tree. That was a good day. That really was a good day. Aye. Right. Well. Okay, so that's me up to date with the comments, and yeah, I'm afraid I've run out of I've run out of prepared tunes. But such is life, I suppose. And there's not much else I can say because lockdown is pish. But just before I go, I would like to say thank you very much, as always, to those who tuned in, made comments. Thank you to Matt McCain for his banging statistics, which, fair enough, it got me raging, but that's not your fault. Fucking Tories. Anyway. I can't stress enough how important it is to me, to everyone. Take care of each other out there, please. And this is me saying it from my heart, from a wee fucking pokey wee bedroom in Airdrie, right? I'm not some bigwig government official that's standing up there saying it because they've got to say it. No. I'm saying it because it's important. And to the little audience that I have, it's important that you guys know if you need anything, I'm here for you. A lot of you have been there for me at difficult times in the past, so I appreciate that. Yeah, we really need to pull together and take care of each other the way things are just now. I mean, fair, we should be doing it anyway, right? We should be doing it anyway, truth be told. But especially now, when I'm looking forward to seeing everybody and getting a pint and having a wee jam, and hopefully there'll be gigs on the horizon and all wonderful things. But I don't really need to go too much into it because all the people that follow me and are interested in what I do, they all follow the rules, and it's fucking hard. Like, at times it's fucking hard. And then you get fucking twats that just don't seem to give a shit, and I firmly believe that nobody is that fucking stupid. They don't understand the rules. Like, it's ignorance. In a lot of cases, it's ignorance. And I'm not, please don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about, I know people have various issues that, make them exempt from certain rules and stuff like that, which is fine, because that's legit. But just going for a jolly up just because they feel like it, that's not fine. Because you're putting so many folk at risk, and we're going to be in this longer if you keep doing that. So just fucking toe the line. I'll try not to stay on that because I know the people that watch my stuff and the people I converse with and stuff, you're all doing it. So you're all social distancing and washing their hands and, wrapping the social activity until it's safe, to do so again. So fair play to you all. I know it's tough. I'm finding it tough being stuck here. At least I don't live on my own. That's a major plus. But it's getting to everybody, lockdown. It was bad enough first time round, but second time round, yeah. Absolutely 100% not ideal. But, it's not all doom and gloom. We've got a vaccine now. In fact, we've got 3, I believe, was the last I heard. And hopefully getting a wee ease in restricting sort of February. Why does that fucking keep happening? I'll need to have a look at that. That's tomorrow's job, folks. Red to red, black to black, blue to bits. Or if it's really bad, red to red, black to black, and blue to buggery. Anyway. So I hope you all have a good weekend. Stay safe. If you're doing anything for the old Burns shenanigans. But haggis. That's another thing I'm massively missing, the big Burns supper that my family usually do. You'd think I wouldn't miss cooking for like 16 folk, but I love it. Miss it. Miss being able to get up and play that music and, you know, have a laugh and do all that. But, you know, the way things are, it's not forever. It's absolutely not forever. And we have to believe that. I know I'm not exactly the best person to do motivational speaking and, you know, staying positive and all that shit. But, you know, got to try and remain optimistic, as optimistic as we can, and just, you know, be there for each other. And again, it's this life's philosophy, and just don't be a dick. So anyway, I will wrap up there. Thank you very much, everybody who's tuned in, made comments. Love to you all, and I will hopefully do another live stream very shortly, maybe in a week or two. And we'll catch up then. Until then,